Or next to your chair. Welcome to the happiest, hottest happy hour and STL right here at the In Your City show at the Lou Information Station. We're so glad to be with you here today. And cheers.
Cheers.
There you go. Okay, wait. Here we go. All right. Gordon said that it's hump day.
Happy hour.
So he thought he would start it off with a.
We are next door to the pasta house right here.
Yeah.
And I walked over and they took care of us. So
we'll be happier on the show today. My personality will come back. So what are you talking about there? What's going on with Hooters?
well, guess what? Hooters is the original founders of Hooters have regained full ownership of the brand and promised to return to its roots as a local, lively hangout. I don't know what they mean by lively.
Maybe the outfits are lively.
Well, changes will be immediate, including fresher ingredients and a cleaner menu, and the reinstatement of the classic server uniform, orange shorts and white top. So did they get away from that?
Yeah, everything. Remember, women aren't supposed to be sexy or look like women. If you want to be sexy and you want to look like a woman, you should be able to. And I mean, it's just one of those things where we're just getting to the point where people don't feel like they can do certain things because it's considered sexist. But
they filed bankruptcy in 2025, Chapter 11, $376 million in debt, closing over 40 restaurants in 2024. As part of the restructuring, over 100 company-owned restaurants were sold back to franchisees led by the founders, Hoot Owls Restaurants, LLC.
So Hooters is back. I mean, do you think the Playboy Bunnies order, like the restaurant Playboy Bunnies order, come back?
I don't know.
To see what happens. What else you got?
So,
so newsworthy.
Two St. Louis breweries earned top honors as the Great American Beer Festival, reinforcing the region's strength in craft beer. We just had Mark Sutherland on, and he won first place in Asia for his whiskey. So Side Project Brewing won gold for its Marble Lions, a dessert pastry stout featuring ingredients like peanuts, banana, vanilla, and cocoa.
Inside the beer?
Yeah, that's the flavor of the beer inside the beer. And then Narrow Gauge Brewing took silver for its imperial version of their beloved hazy IPA King Fallen Flag in a fiercely competitive juicy or hazy imperial IPA category.
Good for them.
So two local breweries.
Now I have to say, I'm not a big beer drinker. I like it in the hot summer and that. Do you know those beers? Have you had those?
No, never heard of them.
Okay. I thought maybe I was,
Which
I'm
is
always
good for
late.
them because now they're being.
Yeah, they're going to be known now. I'm late to the party usually.
Isn't it crazy how many like IPAs, how many different breweries and small.
Oh my God. Well, that really became when InBev took over. That's when you really saw the small breweries and that really come into fruition.
And it's crazy too. We had Mark on and we see these two getting awards. Schlafly. But it's like people are drinking less and drinking more mocktails. And of course, I'm sure the dispensaries have something to do with drinking less and
just take a gummy.
Yeah, well, gummies don't give you a hangover, right?
Oh, that's
alcohol
true.
gives you a hangover, and it's really got tough side effects on you the next day.
Yeah, you probably drive much slower on a gummy. You probably shouldn't drive on a gummy. they kick. You're all of a sudden driving everything. Boy, that gummy didn't do a thing, and then all of a sudden you're about 30 minutes into driving, and you're like, oh yeah.
I know somebody who doesn't ever partake. This was 45 years ago, and he was driving home. And he got pulled over by the cops. And he goes, I'm sorry, but I wasn't speeding. He goes, no, you weren't speeding. You were doing 20 and a 55.
Probably less fights too, right? With if everybody maybe stayed away from the tequila, things that make your clothes fall off, right?
Yes.
Well, we got a great show. We are going to, I guess, find out about the new Southwest Cheddar Melt. And this is quite a partnership. Partnering up with the Mini Horse Sanctuary. We got Southwest Cheddar Melts and many horse sanctuaries. We're going to find out how those two go together. And then we're going to find out about an event that's been going on for years, but it has a new little bit of a switch to it, some changes, as things change. But so today is cheddar, charity, and costume. So we definitely have a costume that's in here. So what's melting and what's happening in your city today?
All right, I'm ready.
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Well, I want to give a big shout out to one of our articles that's in our magazine, which of course this is our October issue. That's right here with Billy Bush on the front. But Tia, she Leah owns Craft Bakery, which is over in Florissant. You actually were lucky enough to go in there, and you said it was absolutely amazing. Brought some great treats home from there.
Look at the line waiting to get in.
So Made by Leah Craft Bakery actually was TLC's America's Next Great Baker. She won that, which is an incredible honor to have won that award. And with that, she has her new Made by Leah Everyday Craft Baking book, which you can see me kind of over to the side there, but the items that she has, and a lot of gluten-free products. So for those people that aren't able to have, the regular baked goods, she had an incredible line of gluten-free that you brought home. They were delicious.
Yes, they were good.
They were incredible. So that is her new cookbook. So you can get a hold of that. Actually, of course, you can find it Reedy Press. We just had a author on yesterday through Reedy Press, but you can get her book through Reedy Press. I'm sure it's at Amazon and all of your bookstores, but also at her store if you happen to go by.
There's
Made by Leah
zucchini bread.
That looks phenomenal. But our article, if you go to citylifestyle.com, you can type in Made by Leah, and you can flip through the October issue of the Clayton or Chesterfield St. Charles and be able to see the gorgeous article that we have in there about that. So it's exciting to see people that are in our community that are making big things happen. Grandma's Cookies won America's #1 cookie, and that's located on St. Charles Main Street. And that story is also in the October issue of City Lifestyle to read about that. But that's really cool. America's #1 cookie, America's Next Baker, and they're right here in our cities locally.
Just today, talking about 2 breweries.
Yeah, and then yesterday, Mark Sutherland with his whiskey, being #1.
We are the show me state.
Yeah, exactly. No kidding. All right, well, let's meet Peggy Green. And she came decked out, and she is ready to show herself off here on the Inner City Show. Hi, Peggy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Gosh, I've known you like a zillion years.
Actually, we met when we both kind of got the radio back.
I think it was maybe when it was 590. It was or was it down at Westplex at?
It was KFAV.
KFAV. Oh gosh, that was my
Kelley, delicious.
Yeah, that was my 3rd or 4th rodeo on radio, or 3rd.
Right.
Not my first horse or something like that. Yeah, Kelly's Delicious.
Yeah. Saturday morning.
Hilarious. But you have been helping. Here we are giving the Christmas spirit right now. You have been helping to bring the strength to toy drives for many years, and it was bowling with Santa, right?
Yes. Actually, this is our 20th year.
20th year. Wow, that's incredible. So it's going to be kind of changed up a little bit this year, because the bowling alley that it was at for how many years?
19 years we were involved with them.
Gosh, that's fantastic. It's now a church.
They sold, and it is now a
Bowling for Jesus.
What was the name of the bowling alley you were with?
Frontier Lanes in O'Fallon.
Oh, okay.
You were also, I think did you do another bowling lane as well? Because I thought maybe there was another one.
No, we did things for other things like Angel Moms or stuff.
Yes,
for
yes. I was one of those at
them.
one of your events. I think I was emceeing, and I bought a raffle ticket, and I had to leave. And I said, anybody here, keep my ticket. If my ticket's the winner, please donate it to the charity, which is wonderful. But I was the big winner.
Yes.
like a really large dollar amount in the thousands or whatever. And I'm like, okay, bye. Bye, money. I'm glad it's going to a charity. Not really. Just kidding. Absolutely. But that was so funny, because the one time, you never win, you win. You're like, oh, okay, I donated that. I think that's what you're supposed to do anyway, right?
Well, sometimes.
Yeah, well, a lot of times they'll give half back or something like that. But yeah, you got it all. So tell us, you've got and you're still keeping the name Bowling with Santa, but you're not really going to be bowling. And you
Not
got 3
this year.
big events that you're
Yes.
hoping people bring toys. So tell us what those are.
Okay, we have one Saturday, November 22nd from noon to 2 at Mascouts. I mean, we have crafts for the kids
And Mascouts is where?
on Mexico Road in
Okay,
St.
St.
Peter's.
Peter's.
And we'll be doing the same thing at all the events, Santa, Mrs. Claus, elves, the Grinch, a snowman. We do crafts for the kids, Christmas music. We're even going to try to do musical bingo this year.
Oh,
So
how
we'll see
fun.
how that goes. And it's a 2-hour event. Everything, is geared around the kids. We have raffle baskets and we do a 50-50 and we have games for the kids. Just bring a wrapped toy
That's
and drop it
wonderful.
in and enjoy the event. So we got that.
November 22nd at
And
Mascot.
then
November
on
29th.
at Gettermeyer's Restaurant, also St. Peter's on
Mhm.
Salt Lick, pretty much the same thing, 12 to 2.
Okay.
And then our third big event, which is someone who's been with us for 10 years, the St. Louis Reptile Show. There's a
That's a
place
neat place.
in St. Peter's. Oh, this is our 10th
Did
year.
you know that that's there?
No, where's that?
It's on Jungerman Road,
Oh
just
my
down the
goodness.
street from where I live.
And there's reptiles in there.
Oh God, they have more than that.
Where are they?
What rock are we
The
living under?
show, I mean, they do 4 shows a year,
Mhm.
and it's at the Machinist Hall. And the
Okay.
next one is
So it's not an actual reptile place. It's a reptile show that comes
no,
back every
there
year.
is a reptile shop.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they got snakes, everything.
Oh,
you can
Lord.
You
think
know
of.
what? Is it by that? I think there's like a pet grooming place in that same little, is it in a strip mall?
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
across from, close to where Quick Trip, right down from where Quick
Right,
Trip is.
right.
I know
That's
exactly where it
Mickey
is. It's
Mouse.
by where Paul's Donuts is and where, what's her name's new place is, the.
Chill. Or,
Chill.
Yeah.
Chillax.
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 And I mean, he does shows all over the United States.
Oh, wow. So if you bring an unwrapped toy to that show,
Yeah,
what is that going to do?
Okay,
Give
well, it's, kids 12 and under get in free.
Okay.
It's cheap for parents to get in, like $5. And then we'll be doing things there. We'll have a box up and we'll have cookies and doing crafts. And then you got the reptile show with
going on.
going on. And there could be 100 vendors there.
Oh, fun.
So
Okay.
you could walk in with your kids and walk around
And have a good
and
time.
have a good time.
So with the events, now was Bowling with Santa, is there an actual Facebook page or
Yes,
an
there is.
event page? Okay.
Bowling with Santa.
All right. So Bowling with Santa on Facebook, and so that anybody that's missing the dates or the times.
Right.
wants to
We
take
will
part in
have
this.
flyers. We just had to get through our trunk or treat.
Sure, absolutely.
So that's done. So now the flyers are getting made. And we've learned that if you do it too far in advance, it kind of goes out the window. So when you do things like this, 4 or 5 weeks in advance is when,
Yeah.
that's why we do
So
it this
November
way.
22nd, Mascots. November 29th is Gettermeyer's.
Yes.
And then December 7th, the Reptile Show. All of these in the St. Peter's area. You can go to Bowling with Santa on Facebook to be able to find out exact
Yes.
dates and find out more. So let me ask you, you've been doing this for 19 years, 20 years, the trunk or treat. What inspired you? I mean, obviously, we all know children need our help. Is there something that motivated or inspired you that you wanted to do this every year to be able to be so kind to
Okay.
raise
I could get
toys?
a little teary eyed. 20 years ago, Thanksgiving weekend, I had a house fire.
Mm.
And I got out alive. And I swore to God, whatever, the first 2 firemen that walked to my house fell down. And I looked at them. I probably looked nuts. I was outside running around playing tag with my older grandchildren who were little at the time, and swore, what do you want me to do? I came out alive. I'm here for a reason. Well, I didn't even have a place to live yet, and I'm waiting for money. Finally get into an apartment, lost all my Christmas stuff. So I was buying for my grandkids, and I heard someone was telling me about a family who had a house fire that had like 4 kids between 3 and 7 and lost everything.
Oh,
So I decided that year when I was buying for the grandkids, I bought for these kids.
Hmm.
And, everybody has to find a purpose. I figured out mine,
yeah,
but it
that
took a
you
house
did. That
fire
is,
to figure it out.
and that is, it is traumatic things sometimes that are so awful that end up being such a blessing,
Yes.
because I mean, for 20 years now, you have been putting on these events to be able to, um, uh, raise toys. I want to say money, but
Yeah,
raise
you know,
toys for
and
children at the
The kind of
holiday.
families we help, are what I call the forgotten favorites.
Yeah.
We all know those families that they go, I make $200 a month too much just to get daycare assistance.
Yeah,
All right,
true.
your answer is, well, if you work less, we can give you full-time daycare.
Yep.
So most of the families, I call them forgotten families.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be working. You have to be going to school. There could be a sickness. Our biggest growing group, and I'm sure you'll understand, how many grandparents do you know who are getting custody
Yeah.
of grandchildren and great-grandchildren?
Right.
Well, these people are on limited income. And most of the time when they get these kids, they get nothing. Well, we treat them just like parents.
Oh, well,
Okay,
love
we
that.
help veterans, and we also have helped, whether there's a parent in prison and they're worried about their kids on the outside, or if they get out. We're not here to judge. We've
Yeah.
made mistakes. You're doing your time. We're just going to make sure everybody has what they need.
Absolutely. Well, Peggy Green, thank you so much. What does it? We'll feel like the Johnny Carson. So we're just going to move over to our next guest too. We're going to go from Christmas toys.
And let me get this straight.
Yeah.
I keep green. I only kept green because I was political
Oh.
years ago. I actually go by Peggy Gianino.
Oh, okay. Got it.
All right.
The G. Just Peggy G.
Peggy G.
Peggy G. So we're going to go from Christmas toys to roast beef sandwiches. How does that work? Is that
So
where
we're going to do that. You ever go watch Johnny Carson where it's like the new guest comes in, the other one slide down?
Oh, there we go.
Just sit in.
We can switch over. There we
That's
go.
what we'll do.
So Tina, Brian, you come on over and sit in the back seat right there.
Thank you.
Peggy, you don't have to. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
You
you.
can slip yourself right so you don't have to sit in
Okay.
the next Ed McMahon chair, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Well, Merry Christmas to you and your little, yes, that would be great. Thank you. There we go, live radio, or move it back. Well, maybe you could put the camera on.
Oh, no, I can put it back on there.
You could have moved it maybe to a different area.
Santa.
You are
I
like
love
Santa.
I have a pouch. I have a patch.
You do. It's so good to see you again.
You guys
Yeah, it's happy hour, and it looks like
I know.
it looks like Gordon's snuck in a few drinks while we
I
were
know,
there
yours
talking
is
to
lower
Peggy.
than mine.
Wonderful.
Well, gosh,
thanks
so-
for having me back.
Oh
you
my gosh,
guys.
it's so exciting. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at miniature ponies
Yeah,
and Southwest Cheddar Melt.
we're always up to something, aren't we?
So
Yeah.
let's talk about this. Last time we saw you had the #1 sandwich.
Yes, we did
USA.
the sandwich smackdown last time I was here, and we also had USA Today, talking about us and
It's phenomenal because we were just
Everything, so-
talking about when we opened the show, made by Leah. It's a craft bakery in Florissant. She's America's next great next baker.
Oh, I love
Grandma's
that.
Cookies in St. Charles.
Yes.
#1 cook in
Yes.
America. And then
Yes.
Lion's Choice.
Here we are.
Got some cool
We're
stuff
all
there.
very
And there's even
St.
more
Louis.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
exactly. I
excited.
love being in company like that. And I know Grandma's Cookies. We were together on Channel 5 not too long ago, so I know
that's
exactly.
great. You
Yeah.
probably were there because you both were the #1.
Yeah,
You
I
probably
think we
were on
were.
there.
I
So
think
so
we
you
were.
were there together.
What is that?
So let's talk about this new sandwich.
Let's talk about giving her a microphone.
Oh, let's do
Get
it.
her up even
Maybe we
more.
can hear her then. That would be awesome.
It's all the way in the background.
Like a tunnel back there.
Yes. So is that better?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is.
Okay, all right.
I'm sure
Sorry
Grant's
about
happy
that.
in the other
Sorry.
room going, I can hear her now.
Yeah, okay, now we're legit, right? Okay, so thanks for having me in because we do have a new sandwich. We just rolled this new sandwich out 2 weeks ago, I think, with miniature horses. So I'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a Southwest Cheddar Melt. So this is the
Cute picture.
first melt type of sandwich that Lion's Choice has. And what's unique about this one too is that this is the first time on the menu we ask you to pick your protein. So you can say, I want a roast beef, Southwest Cheddar Melt. I want a turkey, Southwest Cheddar Melt. Or I want a ham, Southwest Cheddar Melt. And I brought you guys one of each sandwich in
Oh,
there.
geez.
And so
Make sure they can see this name.
pick your protein. And so then let's say you get roast beef and then it comes on a delicious buttered brioche bun with melted cheddar cheese and some crispy jalapeno and crispy onions and jalapenos with the Southwest sauce. So
Let's
that's what
show
we call it,
that. There it
Southwest.
is.
There it is.
Yes, there you go. So you
That'll
can see
make you
it there.
hungry.
And so the miniature horses come in because of this whole Southwest kind of, ranchy vibe.
R&R
And so
Ranch.
we
Yeah.
partnered with R&R Ranch.
We
Do you
did a
know
story
them?
on that. Yes.
They're wonderful. And so we asked them to join us at one of our locations, Chesterfield, which is kind of close to the ranch. And they brought out Martha and a couple of other miniature horses and
Martha.
Handsome the Golden.
Oh.
And we just had them there to help them generate some awareness of the wonderful things they do, and then have that kind of cowboy, Western, Southwest vibe on the first day that the sandwich was
Yeah.
available. And so Martha did order from our drive-through, by the way. She and her handler, Stacy, went to the drive-through and ordered some carrots and a Southwest Melt. And I think Handsome got an ice cream cone.
That's so
And
cute.
so they ordered through the drive-thru. It was really cute. So we appreciate them coming out and helping us, spread the word about the new sandwich. And then likewise us helping them get maybe some more followers and people aware of what they're doing. So-
Yeah. We wrote a story in our City Lifestyle magazines to bring awareness to them. It's just an absolutely beautiful ranch
Yes,
and what
it
they
is.
do.
Yes.
I would get up every morning with a smile if I walked out to see those cute
Right,
little
I'm
furry-
right there with you.
They're so
But it's a
adorable.
lot of work. Don't discount
Yes.
how much work that
Yes,
takes that
absolutely.
whole team to do.
So have you always come out with new sandwiches, or is this something new that Lion's Choice? Because we've grown up with it, we've
Mhm.
known about it, but I don't remember always a new
A
sandwich.
new sandwich.
And I feel like now this is two now.
Yeah. We've been busy, right? So we've always had what in the restaurant business is called LTOs, limited time offers, right?
Okay.
And so that might be just something that's on the menu for, I don't know, 8 weeks, something like that. But what we're trying to do is bring more premium sandwiches to the menu. So if you have your usual, a lot of people have the OG, which is our roast beef sandwich,
Yeah.
right? But if you want to come in and maybe try something new, get a new favorite, then we have these premium sandwiches like the El Cubano that I brought last time I was here, or the Remix, or now the Southwest Melt. Just to kind of make sure people know that it's not just the same menu that it's always been. You can
Yes.
try new things at Lion's Choice. And then we just kind of mix up the ingredients for you and, just kind of give you something new to try. So that's what we're doing. And so, yes, it probably does seem like we're adding new sandwiches,
Right.
but that's the intent, is to do a little bit more of a premium menu. Always keeping the original menu, what people know and love, but then adding some new things on.
So how many new sandwiches, let's say, in the last couple of years have you guys added?
In the last 2 years, we've had 4
4?
sandwiches. So we started last spring with the Remix, which was an employee hack. So we noticed that our employees were making their roast beef sandwiches on our Texas toast. And so we're like, there's something to that. And so we did the Remix. It's a remix of our original roast beef. And so it's our roast beef on Texas toast with Swiss cheese and garlic aioli. So that was our first sandwich.
Did you just give up?
Yeah, it's very good.
Sound effects.
And then the next one was what we call the Triple Dare. And so the Triple Dare was taking all 3 proteins, so roast beef, turkey, and ham, putting it on Texas toast with honey horseradish. And so that's just a way to, get a sampling of
I like how she
everything
calls it
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Just to get a sampling of
Proteins rather
everything.
than meat.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
proteins. It sounds so much healthier.
So when you
So
say,
we do have, it is healthy.
when you say limited time, so what is that limited time?
So all of these are now on our menu, so
Oh,
they're
okay.
not going away.
Oh,
And so
great.
we really aren't doing in the past couple of years these limited time. That's what we used to do. So maybe now it
Oh,
appears that we're
maybe
doing
that's
more
it.
sandwiches
Right.
because we've brought 4 new sandwiches on that are permanently.
No, that's
on the
great,
menu.
because I get
Yeah.
tired of, sorry, McDonald's, but the McRib. Oh, coming back
Coming
for
back.
exclusive, everybody rushes and loses their mind over
Right.
something that's really not that good. Anyway, but sorry, McDonald's. But yeah, it's like, so I love the fact that they're always on the
We just
menu.
keep them on the menu, and then
What's the reaction to them?
it's been really good. Last time I was here, we talked about the El Cubano, which was the voting and all of that. So that one is still a strong sandwich, still on the menu, still doing really well. And Southwest Melt as well, especially now because like you guys are helping us get the word out. We've got some billboards up in town now. And, so now usually we do a little bit of a soft launch with the sandwich. So we make sure our operations, our drive-through times don't suffer, that sort of thing. And then we start the advertising of it. And so people around town should see it more now.
Are
than
they
the
all the
advertising.
Lion's
All
Choice?
the Lion's
All of
Choices.
them.
Yeah.
So for those that didn't hear maybe the last time or no, Lion's Choice has been around since when?
we are almost ready to celebrate our 58th birthday. And so that's coming up on Monday, October 27th. And that day, if you follow us on social media, or if you're one of our Killer Rewards members, you'll get a barcode. And that day, on Monday the 27th, our original meal will be $5.80 in celebration of our 58th birthday.
Where
Get
can you
it? So
find a
fun.
meal for
Yeah.
$5 anymore?
Exactly.
Oh my
So we
God.
do that once a year on our birthday. We kind of
Okay, I need to know before we go to commercial break, what's a killer membership?
yeah.
I didn't even know
Killer
Lion Choice had
Rewards.
our killer
Yeah,
rewards.
Killer
I didn't
Rewards
even-
is our rewards program. And so you can join online. And so that's just a way for you to earn points with your visits, get stuff on your birthday, get discounts every now and again, learn about things like the birthday meal that we're doing and all of that.
I'm
So,
loving that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to break. We saw the picture of it. Let's take a look at the real
Yes, so
thing.
the girls at our repair location just
Yes.
made these for you. So
Trying
you've got
to
one of each
Talk-
in there. So
tell me-
yeah.
So
So
that,
this is the,
okay.
the roast beef one. And
All right.
Let me just, and so Tish at DePere
oh, it's
made this for
beautiful.
you guys. Yeah, so it's got the
Here we-
roast beef
Oh,
and the cheddar
right.
cheese.
It's a
And
beauty.
crispy onions, jalapenos.
Picture
and
perfect.
It's picture perfect.
It really is. She
Wow.
made a beautiful
Incredible.
sandwich.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for bringing these in, and congratulations on all the new and upcoming things that
Thank
keep
you.
happening. And
Thank you.
I feel like Lion Choice is all over the place all of a sudden now.
Well, thank you. You guys helped me do that.
Well,
So
it's
I appreciate it.
It's so wonderful.
You're such a great
Yeah.
spokesperson.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
And you've
I
been
love the brand.
for a long
I
time.
love the brand. I've always wanted to work for Lion's Choice. And I love my job.
That is so exciting. Well, with that, we're going to take it to a commercial break. Don't go anywhere, right here on the Lou Information Station with the In Your City Show. We appreciate you, and we'll be right back. Thanks, Tina.
You guys are great to me.
bag full of Lion Choice sandwiches right now and smelling them.
I
But
know.
we'll just, I'm like Olive, our bulldog. It's like when your food's near her, like it just drool comes out
like
when we're
right there,
making her
looking
food.
at us.
All right, so Dodie and Lori are back, and they're gonna give us a little shebang.
Shebang.
A little shebang. Are you
Shebang.
ready for a little
I
shebang?
am ready for a
All
little
right, let's
shebang.
take it to Dodie and Lori and see what great information they have to share with us today.
Friends, welcome to Fast Track Fridays. I'm Laurie.
And I'm Dodie.
And this is where we get real about all things midlife health and wellness. And that includes the stuff that might not sound like health, but it definitely impacts your health. And today's topic is impulse spending.
Something we know way too much about.
Unfortunately,
right? Okay,
yes.
so in menopause, those late night scrolling sessions you have, the full cart, the how did this $9 lip balm become a $400 checkout total? We've all been there.
Yeah, and so we're gonna name it. We are officially entering the season of temptation. The stores already look like Christmas exploded. I was in Deerberg's the other day, and it was explosion, Christmas
I love
everywhere.
it.
I know
She doesn't
loves
like it.
Have you ever walked into Target for paper towels and then walked out with a cart full of like maybe throw blankets or something pumpkin scented or some like treat yourself snacks? If you have, you're not alone.
Right.
I promise.
Right. But it's not about spending habits. It's impulse buying. In midlife, it is often our nervous system trying to regulate itself. When you feel untethered, overwhelmed, or emotionally tapped, clicking buy now, you feel like a reset button.
Yeah, it definitely gives you that rush. Midlife is that weird in-between place. Your roles are shifting, your identity might be a little bit in flux, and maybe your house is a little bit quieter than you're used to, and maybe your body's a little bit louder than you're used to. But either way, it's easy to look for control or comfort anywhere you can find it.
Right. So for a lot of us, that means little things that promise a fresh start or a new routine, maybe a cozier vibe. It's not that we're being frivolous. It's just we're trying to feel better.
Yeah, that part, the feeling better part. The goal here isn't to shame spending. It's to help you notice the why behind the habit and get more intentional about how we soothe ourselves. Because when you understand the pattern, you have a lot more power to make some changes.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about 5 ways to curb your impulse spending in midlife.
Yeah, without shame. Without shame. That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
The first one is just take a pause. Take a little pause before a purchase. So even 24 hours can make a difference. If it still feels like a yes tomorrow, then great, go for it. But 9 times out of 10, you'll probably have forgotten about it by lunch. Do you know how many
I do that on Amazon all the time.
I love putting stuff in my cart and then not buying it.
Yeah. So get curious about what you're feeling. Ask yourself, am I overstimulated? Am I lonely? Am I burned out? Sometimes the purchase is trying to fix something that can't be fixed by shipping.
Yeah. And number 3, you can make a non-spending joy list. So maybe make a list of 10 small things that reset your mood. It could be a walk. It can be music. It can be a podcast. It can be clean sheets. I don't know. Something that you can reach for when you feel that itch.
Right.
And you find yourself on Amazon.
So number 4 is give yourself a yes budget. Not everything has to be functional. A monthly amount, give yourself a monthly amount just for pleasure with intention and 0 guilt.
And number 5, track your cycle of hormonal shifts. And I'm being totally serious here. Some days you are more vulnerable to impulsive behavior. When your estrogen drops, or if your cortisol is spiking and you're in fight or flight, or if you're feeling stressed, your brain wants comfort.
Listen, this isn't about becoming some minimalist, okay? It's about just being honest with ourselves and what we actually need and what we're trying to avoid.
Yeah, and if you're listening to this while you're surrounded by delivery boxes, or if you're stuffing return labels into a padded envelope, we get it. It's okay. You're just human, and you're living in a really wild, untethered world right now, and you're trying to find some solid ground.
Right, and that's what we're here for. Honestly, my feeding has been eliminated a lot since our boxes.
Yeah.
Trying all the samples.
Yeah, no, we love that. So if you want more information like this, come find us over on Instagram at Shebang Menopause, or check us out at getshebang.com. We have got monthly subscription boxes, and they are full of clean, hormone-friendly products and lots of community support and information and education, and just enough to help you feel like yourself again.
Right. So thank you. And we're going to be back next Friday. So until then, pause before you tap buy now, or at least light the candle first.
Or take a bath.
So we'll see you next week on Fast Track Friday.
See you soon.
Thanks, Dodie and Lori. We appreciate it. Wow, that hit home.
Yeah.
We had so many boxes that you were out there actually helping the trash.
I caught the
man
trash guy. I was throwing him in the back
and
of
throwing
the
in. We
trash.
had so many boxes. That's when you're way too much, way too Amazon shopping, I guess I should
I
say.
was like, do you think my wife has a problem as I'm throwing him in the back of the truck?
And then Target too, like that's so true. I mean, it is hard to get out of the store. You go in for mascara and come out of the store with $150 of other stuff, and I don't even have the mascara. Forgot it. So it's really bad. You almost did an impulse buy that we didn't
I
need
almost
today,
bought a 15-foot scarecrow with a
because that's something we need.
with a pumpkin head on it, jack-o'-lantern head. Yeah.
But you
that
felt a
lights
little
up.
guilty because you'd already been on Amazon.
Well, it
buying
was one
other
of those
Halloween
things
stuff.
where they were doing last one half off. It was $400 normally, and it was $199 if I took it home today. And I was like, you know what? And then I started thinking about this. You know, as we get older, we could have like they got the shebang. We could have like the old person.
bang.
Yeah. So we could talk about like that. I mean, we're thinking about, it could be 2 or 3 years from now, but we're thinking maybe moving, downsizing. And it's like, so that hit me too. I'm like, what am I going to do with a 15-foot?
We're gonna have a huge
Halloween.
storage unit.
Yeah, I got to store it. I'm going to have to get rid of it. And it's
And we have, I know it does say, it is hard to say no sometimes to things, but the thing about you, if it was on sale, you would have bought 3 of them then. I'm
no,
surprised you would come up with one
that
scarecrow.
has to do with tennis shoes, clothing.
No,
If there's a certain type of shirt that I like, I will buy 3 of them in different
Yeah.
colors because they fit great
So
and they
weird.
look great. So that's why I do it. She says it's so weird. But
we're just for animals.
the one thing that's helped Kelley out so much is Amazon and Instacart, because then she can just order what she needs and it comes to her and she doesn't.
I truly believe you save money. Because if I am out of my mascara, I can just order it. It will be shipped. If I go to get that mascara, I will come home with 10 other makeup products along with it. Maybe forget the mascara, have to go back again and buy 10
Right.
more products when I go to retrieve the mascara that I forgot the first time around.
True.
So really, you do save money ordering, but it does make it very easy to get it. But Mr. Garanimals here happened to I had coffee with my daughter this morning, so we're sitting outside the coffee place.
You should have just sent me the picture so I could have put it up for you.
Oh my gosh, you know what? I am going to send it in somewhere. Maybe you can put it in there. So all of a sudden, Carly says,
Email it to me.
I think that possibly that might be, is that your husband? and I look because you
Because you can
can
see my neon
you
green.
can see him coming a
tennis shoes.
mile away with, I'm hoping that I can get this quick enough that he can pop it. Maybe what we'll do is
She
we'll show
can't
it.
talk. She can't talk and do it at the same
No,
time.
I mean, it's like talking and walking. It's not always easy. We'll go ahead and show it on the next one. I'm going to show you what kind of a man Gordon is when it comes to grandma. He's one of those that goes to the gym and the tennis shoes and shirt
Here we go.
matches and he's a matcher. He's a big match. He's Garanimals. That's what he is. And we're going to show that. But first, we're going to take a peek at, well, why don't we take it to Marcus Theaters? Let's find out what's going on, what the blockbusters are, what was last week's tops, and what's going to be this weekend's big hits. Are we ready for it?
Yep.
Hello everyone, Ian here, and welcome back to another edition of the Marcus Recap. Starting off with the box office results, at number 1 is Tron Ares with $33.5 million. In second, Roofman with $8 million. In third, One Battle After Another with $6.6 million. In fourth, Gabby's Dollhouse with $3.3 million. And in fifth, Soul on Fire with $3 million. 3 Fathom events. First on the 15th is the last of the Critical Role live events. The 17th through the 19th is Grow, and the 18th and 19th is part of Studio Ghibli Fest, Spirited Away. On the 19th, you can join us for Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon 40th anniversary. The 19th, the Harry Potter lineup continues with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and 4 new releases this weekend with Truth and Treason, Pets on a Train, Good Fortune, and Black Phone 2. This is Ian with this week's edition of The Recap.
There you go. So I found it first of all, I'm absolutely thrilled, excited beyond imagine that Soul on Fire
Is in the top five.
is in the top five. That is just phenomenal. I mean, it's blockbuster everywhere, not just here, which of course, if you don't know Soul on Fire, that's John O'Leary, his new movie, True Story.
I wonder what it
the
is total right now.
The young boy who was 9 years old, burned from head to toe. Jack Buck took him under his wing to come and visit him every day. It's really an incredible story. I'm just so glad that we got to watch it already and enjoy it. Would have been great to be at the premiere night, but of course we had an event the same night. But wow, what a movie. And every day I keep running into a friend or talking to somebody that is going to see, that movie that night or the next day, and they're so excited for it. But yeah, top 5 movie.
3,226,000 in
That's what you
US
just said, Ian.
and Canada, 2,826,000.
Wow.
So almost 6 million total.
That's fantastic. So it's top 5 everywhere, not just here.
Yeah.
Top 5 everywhere. And then, but what I found interesting, I'm not sure, lots of kids movies. Not really. Halloween is just right around the corner, and I saw Black Phone, but I didn't really see any other movies. Did you? That
No.
were scary movies.
Yeah.
The new movie. Oh gosh, now I've just totally forgot the name. And can see the actor, Keanu
Reeves.
That movie.
Yeah,
The
I
name
can't
of it?
remember the name of it. I
I haven't seen him in a while, so
No.
he's back in
and it's
action.
not where he's playing a bad, tough guy.
No, but yeah, so a lot of younger movies. So the kid audience is going to be big time there. All right, so guess what? We got the weekend coming ahead as well. So we're going to take it to Cat Mues because we're going to find out what's rocking in your city.
Thanks, Kelley and Gordon, and here's what's going on this weekend in music. Friday, start every weekend right with the Jake Houlihan Band at St. Charles Music House. Band X will be at Charlotte Pub where all the best musicians play and the music matters. And Michael Marciano will be on the patio at Bunkers. Saturday, Decades Apart's doing a twofer. Witches on the Water, 1 p.m. at Grafton Pub, and then they'll be at St. Charles Music House around 8:30. Check it out. Rock Inc.'s doing their Halloween party at the Hot Spot. And Drawl is headlining the Flomo Rock Show. Check out this lineup. 3 p.m. Mass Confusion. 4:30 Hello Newman. 6 p.m. Blues Racket, and 7:30 Drawl takes the stage. I hope to see you there. And it's 3 bands, no waiting, at Pops. Rain and Blood, a Slayer tribute. With special guests, the Electric Kool-Aid Experiment, a Rob Zombie tribute, and Children of the Void. Check Facebook for all details of that event. Destroy the Future will be at Charlotte Pub where all the best musicians play. And Bad Karma will be at the Boathouse on the North Shore. 0 to 90 will be at 9 Mile Garden. And Redfish Bluefish is having 3 bands. Pudding Time, Family System, and a wolf named Lydia. Madman's Diary with special guests the Pyromaniacs will be at Family Arena. Check Facebook for all ticket sales. And Sunday, Fun Day. Rogers and Niehaus will be at Bakers and Hale. And Time for Rain will be at St. Charles Music House. Live music is better. Thank you for supporting our artists and venues. Check out STL Roar Monday night from 7 to 9. Have a safe week, St. Louis.
Thank you, Kat. Lots
Thanks,
of stuff
Kat.
going on.
Yeah.
Always amazing bands playing around the city. So while I was at Life of Pi at the Fox
She was
with
at
Debbie
Fox.
last night, which was
I was
not
rocking out to Dream Theater last night
Yeah.
at the Factory. Factory, what an incredible venue that is. If you haven't seen a concert there, I suggest you do. But I also suggest that you pay extra and get, thanks Steve Pearman for great seats. We were up on the next level up where you have the tables and booths, and it's a private area.
You're making me nervous.
I know.
Around that glass.
I mean, I'm sitting there eating Napoli Brothers pizza while I'm watching Dream Theater. It's great.
Order it right at your table.
Order it
They
right at your
delivered it
table.
over.
They delivered it
It's a
over.
great partnership to have.
Yeah, but it was really good. The food was good. The drinks were good. And the concert was amazing. Dream Theater, they've been together for 40 years, celebrating their 40 years. And, Queen always said that they were the rock opera. I have to disagree. I think Dream Theater, those musicians, I've never seen a band as tight as they were. And they're not playing C, D, and G, okay? They're playing some
Chords you
very,
haven't heard of.
very intricate stuff. And I mean, it's just amazing. And then they'll be playing some heavy stuff and all of a sudden break into something classical. And it's incredible.
The light show, you had sent a video while
The
I
laser
was,
show was amazing.
yeah, at the Fox, and I'm like, wow. And then I saw the drummer who you had just interviewed,
Mike Portnoy.
Mike Portnoy. And was he rising or something?
No, he wasn't rising, but it was really cool because they had LED screens in front of the drum riser and they had LED screens behind him. But when you look at him playing drums, it looks like he's just hanging in midair because you can't see.
That's what it looked like. It looked
because
like
of the LED screen that's in front of him matching what's behind him. It looked like he was just in the middle of the big picture.
Wow.
It was really cool.
Really cool. Well, Life of Pi, if you're planning to see that, want to go to the Fox, it was quite incredible. The main actor, who of course plays Pi, extraordinary, and we had seen for the first time at Zuletti, Romeo and Juliet, sorry,
Yeah.
where they had we thought, how are they doing animals? And they were puppets, and they're so in sync that you begin to not see the people. They're so good. So that was pretty incredible as well. Well, we've got Halloween that's just around the corner, right?
Yep.
So Nikki Serenity has been out on the road checking out the Halloween haunted houses or haunted places, and she's bringing one to us right here to the show. So let's check it out.
So I finally got to check out Creepy World in Fenton, Missouri. This is another Scarefest haunted house. The front areas look really innocent, and people kept telling me that it's way scarier than other haunted houses. I was confused because the front reminded me of a Disney movie. They had pumpkin patches, a monster museum, gift shops, and places to buy food. But this is actually not your average haunted house. It's the biggest scream park in America. You guys have seen my videos about the darkness. Well, this is another awesome haunted house that we have the privilege of having here in the St. Louis area. Then we got ready to go to the haunted house side, and I started to see what people were talking about. They have over 13 haunted attractions all in one place. Haunted mansions, zombie wastelands, creepy clowns, vampires, and more. Each one has insane sets, crazy details, and super creepy actors. If you think you're brave, Creepy World will test you. It seems like around every corner there's something scary waiting for you. Grab your friends this Halloween season and check out Creepy World in Fenton, Missouri. Go to scarefest.com for more information. See you guys there.
Nikki Serenity, she is going to be bringing us a lot of great things around the city. So we appreciate you, and what a great job. Do you like haunted houses?
I do.
I haven't been to one in a really long time. I know we went to a little one outside of the public schoolhouse that they had, but they do creep. I think what creeps me out is because of the scary movies where they really are scary, like
Really are
serial
some messed
killers
up
in
people
there.
in there,
So
yeah.
you get a little nervous when they're coming at you. But that, so do you want to go to one this year?
Yeah,
go to one?
absolutely.
Creepy World looks like a pretty good one to go to. One of the scariest,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Incredible. All right. Well, we definitely want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Jennifer Williams for being part of the In Your City show with St. Louis Closet Company. She has been in business for 35 years, woman owned, family operated, but her team is hands-on. They have never, ever missed an appointment in 35 years. They do everything on site. Everything's tailored to you, manufactured right there. It's not getting done somewhere else. So whether it's your mudroom, your closet, it's that little bitty space that you have no room to put anything in, that she can turn it into a great big large space. Maybe it's a really large space. You don't even know where to begin. She can do it for you, your office, your studio, whatever it might be. So Jennifer Williams, thank you so much. And we appreciate you there at the St. Louis Closet Company. So a lot of fun things.
I know.
There's a lot going on around us.
It's great. It's that time of year where people start doing all these, the parties and events and everything around
And
the
thank
holidays.
goodness there's people like Peggy and people like Tina we've had on. I mean, that join forces together with somebody else to be able to raise money, raise awareness, help kids with toys. I mean, that's what it takes. It takes that person that has a big heart and a change, something that's happened to them that's inspired them to want to do more. So
Right.
we appreciate that so much. We appreciate you for tuning in. Of course, you can get the Lou Information app. Go to Lou Information. You'll see the word KLIS. Type it in. You can put the app right on your phone. So we appreciate you. And it's hump day.
Someday.
So what we always say when we end the show, don't miss a minute, and to the rest of your evening and whatever, rest of the week, cheers. To you.
Bye.